Hello students, welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to discuss type of mixtures and their separation, right? So starting with solid mixture and then towards gas mixture, we are going to see types of separation, right? So start with the video and the animation.
Air forms a gas in gas mixture as it is a solution of gases like oxygen, argon, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. If you are provided with a sample of a mixture and asked to separate the constituents, you first need to figure out the type of the mixture.
See, it is a mixture of sulfur and iron.
Hey, that's so cool. Though I don't know why this happened.
You can separate a mixture of sulfur and iron filings by passing a magnet over it. The iron filings will get attracted to the magnet and will stick to it. You can use this method.
Iron can be magnetized, right? So iron is attracted towards the magnet, see, right? Then the mixture of sulfur and iron can be separated just by passing the iron or just by passing this magnet over the mixture. Only iron will stick towards the magnet and it gets separated from the mixture of sulfur, right? So
To separate a mixture in which one of the components is a magnetic material.
Now I get it. I've been trying to remove the salt from this solution, but
Now
it doesn't seem to be working.
it is very easy to remove water from salt solution. How will you just separate water and salt from any mixture of this waters or salt solution or water plus sugar solution? See, a solution of sugar or water can be separated very easily just by heating, just by boiling the solution. As you boil the solution, as you know, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. As the temperature reaches 100 degrees centigrade, the water evaporates. As the water evaporates and you get the crystals of salt or water, whatever the solution you have taken, whatever the solute you have taken, but water gets evaporated and you get the pure crystals of salt or sugar, whatever you have taken in the solution. Okay, just watch it.
You can separate salt from a solution by evaporating the water from the solution. Evaporation is the process in which a dissolved solid substance is obtained from a solution by allowing the solvent to vaporize. Let's take a look at this process through a demonstration. Take a common salt solution, put it in a china dish and heat it gently. You will observe that the water evaporates and the common salt is left behind in the china dish as a white solid.
See, you know, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. And what does it mean? It means, see, I am taking the solution of salt plus water, right? I am saying it is a solution of salt plus water. आपने salt plus water लिया. Suppose salt is A and water is B. So I am having the solution of A plus B. You can say I am having the solution of A plus B, right? So many A, B, A, B, A, B, A and B. So many A and B in the solution, right? And you can say the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade, right? And you want to separate A and B from the solution. Okay, what you have to do, you are just heating. You are heating and you know as the temperature gets 100 degrees centigrade, only B particles, right? The water particles means H2O particles. In the solution, only B gets evaporated because of temperature 100 degrees centigrade, but not the salt. Salt gets behind. Salt gets precipitated. That means in the china dish you get the salt, not the water. So that is the separation technique by evaporation.
Evaporation is used to separate a mixture containing a non-volatile soluble solid from its volatile liquid solvent.
So the term is volatile and non-volatile. When you hear volatile, right? Volatile means those evaporate themselves. Those evaporate themselves at room temperature, at normal temperature. So those substances that evaporate themselves at room temperature only, just like naphthalene ball you can see. What are the naphthalene balls? Naphthalene balls evaporate themselves. So these are volatile substances, naphthalene, and you can say Kapoor, right? These are what? These are the volatile substances. Volatile substances are those that evaporate generally in room temperature without heating themselves. Without heating or without getting temperature, they just evaporate normally. So these are called volatile. So when we take non-volatile, when you hear non-volatile means those do not evaporate on room temperature, right? So volatile means non-volatile do not evaporate by their own. Okay, so I am having the solution which is non-volatile solution, means I am having salt does not evaporate by themselves. Okay, so non-volatile solution can be separated by using evaporation technique. Here,
Oh no. I forgot to use a strainer. Now I've got tea leaves floating inside my teacup.
Using a strainer to strain tea leaves is very similar to the process of filtration. Filtration is a process by which insoluble solids can be removed from a liquid by using a filter paper.
filter paper, you know
A
it
filter paper is a special type of paper which has pores that are tiny enough to let only liquids pass through it.
So through filter paper only
If
liquid
you
can
pa-
be go through the filter paper, right? So I am having filter paper in this funnel. This is called funnel. Okay, so funnel is being applied with filter paper. Funnel is being applied with filter paper. Filter paper is being just turned, folded, first half, then quarter. You just fold it, it becomes like this, and then unfold it and apply to the funnel, and you will see as you pour this solution in this filter paper, you get the liquid in this beaker. What the solution you get in this beaker is called filtrate, and whatever left behind on the filter paper is called precipitate, or you will see residue. Either you say residue or you can call it PPT, means short form of the precipitate. Okay, so let's start.
As a solution through filter paper, any undissolved solid particles will
Solid
get left
particles means
behind on the
undissolved
paper,
particles.
whereas the liquid will filter through. The liquid that passes through is called the filtrate,
Filtrate
and the undissolved solid particles are called residue.
or precipitate.
Imagine you want to separate a mixture of chalk powder and water. For separating this mixture, first take a round strip of filter paper, fold it into half, then
again
into a quarter, then open it in the form of a cone and place it in a funnel. Fix the filter paper to the funnel using a few drops of water.
Just to stick
Now
the filter
pour
paper
out the
through
mixture
funnel.
slowly with the help of a glass rod. The filtrate collects in the beaker and the residue is left behind on the filter paper.
I am trying to turn this cream to make
You have
butter.
seen this centrifugation technique. This is called
I'm really
centrifugation.
tired. I wonder if I could get butter by just filtering the cream.
Now
The
this is the butter.
particles of fat in the cream cannot be separated into butter simply by filtering the cream. The fat particles are too small and will pass through a filter paper. You can separate such mixtures of solids and liquids by the process of centrifugation. The principle is that when the liquid is spun rapidly, the denser particles are forced to the bottom and the lighter particles stay at the top. Centrifugation is used for blood and urine testing in diagnostic laboratories, in dairies to separate butter from cream, and in washing machines to squeeze out water from clothes.
Note down the application of centrifugation in laboratories where diagnostic laboratories means where we just diagnose our health, and milk and dairy means here to make butter, cream, right? And in washing the clothes. Okay.
I accidentally poured oil into this glass of water. How do I separate the oil from the water?
Very interesting. Oil
When
plus
two
water.
liquids do not mix, they form two separate layers and are known as immiscible liquids. These two
Yes.
liquids can be separated by using a separating funnel.
It's very easy.
A separating funnel is a special type of glass funnel, which has a stopcock in its stem to regulate the flow of liquid. To separate a mixture of oil and water, follow
Just
these
pour-
steps. Pour the mixture into the separating funnel with the tap closed. Let the mixture stand undisturbed for some time.
See, water is always over the water surface, right? Oil is always over the water surface. As you can see here, this is the ऊपर surface जो भी है वो क्या है, oil की है, और नीचे वाला क्या है, वो water है. Separating funnel का concept बहुत easy होता है. Separating funnel basically हम organic solvents को भी separate कर लेते हैं. ये एक simple example है. देखें इधर, see the example. This is the regulator. As you just turn the regulator, this water will separate. This water will drain into this beaker. As the oil just come here, you just stop the regulator. You will get only the water, and oil can be separated out. This is the very easy technique of filtration. Or
Two
separation.
layers separate out. Oil being lighter forms the top layer and water forms the lower layer. Remove the stopper and open the tap to run the water layer into a beaker.
Right?
You will be left behind with just the upper layer of oil. In fact, the same method of separation is used to extract iron from its ore. The slag and molten iron form two distinct layers inside the furnace. The lighter layer of slag is removed from the top and the molten iron gets left behind.
Oh,
Noted
great
down.
idea.